broadcast. Today, I'd like to share with you some kind of a summary and some information about my book, Divine Intelligence. The byline is a scientific system for awakening the God within. The story that I tell in the book, and the book is a story, is about a typical client. His name in this book is Dan. And like most typical people that come to me wanting to hire me as a coach, he has a goal that he's stuck on and can't get to. In Dan's case, he needed a job. He was in his late 40s, had been laid off from a high-level executive position in a corporation, and he thought he could get rehired real quickly, but he had waited about 6 months, and by the time he got to me, he was getting pretty desperate. He was running out of savings and into retirement funds, so he needed a job. If you've ever wanted to be like a fly on the wall, just listening to what coaching really is like, this book is an exact dialogue. Each chapter tells you what I said and what he said in each session. Dan goes through my spiritual process called Mindset for Success. Now, before you get too into that word spiritual, because people don't always know what I mean by that. And what I mean is going inside yourself and connecting with that spirit, that higher intelligence I call divine intelligence. But before you worry too much about it being spiritual, the beautiful part of my process is it's science-based. So in every chapter, you'll read what I said to Dan, and then there's a part of the chapter that tells you the exact scientific research that supports what I'm doing with him. What I want you to know is that there is science that proves that there is a divine intelligence in each one of us. And by divine, I mean unlimited. I mean that there's something inside of each of us that is beyond human capabilities. And we all need to discover it. This book is about Dan discovering his and what happens to his goal. I won't tell you what happens because I want you to read the book, but I think you'll be really surprised at the ending. And what I guess you ought to ask yourself if you buy this book is, do you want to find that inner divine intelligence inside of you? Because when you find it, like Dan, you could create exactly the life you've always wanted. You can find the book on my website, GardnerInstitute.com, or you can buy it on Amazon. I hope you read it and get back with me and tell me what you think. Most of all, I want you to discover that divine intelligence inside of you. It's in all of us. God is in every one of us.